and we are on Story Game Thursday playing Tyranny. Now, I've heard a lot of really good things about this game. Pretty much consistently, it's awesome. That's about all I've heard for this game. It's apparently fantastic. Hello, kitten. Do you want to come play Tyranny as well? Oh, no you don't. You want to jump. You want to leap off the side of the sofa. Okay. But yeah, I've heard this game is fantastic. And I've been looking forward to playing it for a while. I've been looking forward to playing it pretty much since Overlord. Since like halfway through Overlord. So... happy I've finally gotten the day around to play it. So, this is going to be the Thursday streams for... I don't know how long. However long this game is. It'll be in regular 2 hours as usual. Apparently this is a pretty long game. So there'll be that. And let's just have a grand old time of it. I don't know much about the game. I know it's there's quite a bit of combat in it. There's spells. You're a bad guy from what I've heard. Or at least you work for the bad guy. So this should be interesting. Let's start. New game. Oh, Iron. Oh, Iron Man mode. New. Expert mode displays a number of help. Disable the number of helper features in the game. Players who want to rely on their own faculties and intuition while playing the game should play expert mode. This option selects you should start a new game. Cannot be re-enabled in-game, and if disabled, cannot be re-enabled in this game. Okay. Story mode. Difficulty section requires minimal micromanagement, easily forgives mistakes in combat. Enemies receive a penalty to most stats. Companion combat AI is enabled by default, and party members do not receive wounds until they are knocked out. Normal mode requires strategy and efficiency, but forgives a few mistakes in combat. Companion AI is enabled by default. Hard difficulty suited for veteran players of isometric RPGs such as Pillars of Eternity. Those who are looking for a challenge, survival requires micromanagement and optimization of stats through items, spells, and abilities. Enemy AI is more efficient and uses abilities more frequently. The Path of the Damned! Enemies receive bonus to most stats, have the most efficient AI, and will very frequently use abilities. Party members take more wounds during combat and when being knocked out. This difficulty level can only be chosen when starting a new game. You can't just amp it to that difficulty at the end. That means there's an achievement for that. I'm just gonna go normal. Game plus. Oh, fair enough. There's a new game plus. That's good to know, actually. Yeah, I'm just gonna start on normal mode. Don't want to get too much of it. I've never played a game like this before. I still think normal will be a good start. I've been looking forward to playing this. Yeah, I don't know how this game's gonna go. It should be cool though. It sounds cool. Ooh, cutscene.
For over 400 years,
the
armies of Kairos the Overlord have swept across the known world.
My name was Kairos? Sweet.
All who stood against them fell before their might. Even the Archons, women and men of immense power, were forced to kneel, chained to the Overlord's will. Now Kairos' final conquest has come to our corner of the world, and two of the Overlord's armies compete for the honor of taking our lands. The elite disfavored, and the teeming horde of the Scarlet Chorus.
Right.
The voices of Nerat, spymaster and archon of secrets, guides the fierce and undisciplined masses of the Scarlet Chorus. With each battle, the Scarlet Chorus grows stronger, as the defeated are given a simple choice: serve or die.
Interesting.
Graven Ash, Archon of War and the Overlord's most loyal general, leads the disfavored. Cool. Though small in number, Kairos' ironclad legion has never met true defeat in open battle.
Okay. So they're the so
Watching
basically I've got
over
a
the
small
two
elite
generals
force.
is Tunon, the Adjudicator, Archon of Justice, eldest of Kairos' minions. Tunon brings Kairos' laws to newly conquered lands, aided by the Fatebinders,
Okay.
judges and executioners of the Overlord's laws. You were among the youngest of the court of Fatebinders
Oh, okay.
when Kairos' armies came to our lands. How could we have known that the fate of thousands would rest in your hands?
Sweet. Okay, so I get to pick who I am. Roll the Northern Empire, you were born. Men enjoy equal protection under the laws of Overlord Kairos. In the southern lands of the tiers, only men may own or captain ships, but real estate is restricted to women. Interesting, okay. Men may lease, but durable ownership of the land in the tiers always passes to the elders, daughters, and sisters. Okay. Most sons enter the father's profession by the mid-teens with a profession of family lands to work by purpose pledge. 2-1 of the Overlord's mighty Archons. Criminals, derelicts, and others are often conscripted in the armies of the Archons. If a child cannot forge his own what the fuck, scheme? Okay. You certainly find one in battle. So there's a different story for either gender, I'm assuming? Yeah, okay. Check. There are those that show may well crew a ship, but only men may own or captain vessel, always custom sell the oceans to men, the lands are trusted to women, and may rent a beast. Okay, fair enough, so it's just a slight change. Also, I'm gonna give me a moment, I've just got to change something here. We should be good there. Okay. There we go. Okay. Body types. So medium guy, short guy, or big guy. It's like, is it like elf, dwarf, or like giant? It looks like here. I'll pick the giant. I always play the bigger characters in games. Okay. I've got to go the palest to the pale. Ah, that one's good. That's not too far from my actual, or what I actually look like. Okay. Face and hair. Grim? Slightly less grim. Really needs to take a shit. Confused. Or standard video game protagonist. Let's go with standard video game protagonist. Hair color. Ah, cool, I can make it what I like. What do we want to go for? What do we want to go for? How old do you want this guy to be? Like 120? Actually, we're supposed to be quite young, so. Yeah, that'll do. Voices. Oh, I can choose voice. That is really fucking quiet. I am going to up the volume in this game. I'll up it later. There's gonna be an in-game option for it. Okay, hair. Could be bald. We could have slightly soldiery hair. We could have a mohawk. Prince Charming hair. Anime character hair. Anduin Rin. Wannabe Elvis. I'm just gonna call this like general anime-esque prick, really, or like cartoon prick. That's usually what this hair style goes for. Ponytail, or like mini fro. Let's go with this. Actually, I'm starting to look like Kirito. Actually, I've just watched Sword Art Online, so. It's like Vegeta. Okay. I quite like that voice actually. I'm gonna go with male noble. Let's actually hear what the female voices are like. That's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Options. Sound. Voices have got to go up. Start again. Yeah, I can't hear what the people are saying. What the voice actually saying. Okay, giant. Oh, no. Face first. Standard protagonist. Kirito's hair. That's a bit better, at least. You know, actually, fuck. I know what it is. It actually isn't that it's too loud. It's the music is really fucking loud. Let's change these up volume settings. Normal. Skip. Okay. Giant. There's that one. That face. That hair. I kind of want to have that voice. As cool as it'd be to be like Vegeta. Oh, that was it. Female sneaky. Except for Valera. Jaina. I quite like that one. I think I know somebody with that voice. Oh, I like that one. It's a bit like douchey voice. Okay. And so we could have like scars, some sort of like kraken face, wings, like barbarian markings, a hand and a skull face, legs. Like what's his name from the Rock from the Disney movie Moana? Can't remember his name is. The fuck is? Oh, it's just in his hand. Face. A tree. A star. Hands. Snakes on his legs. Or a random mark there. I quite like that one actually. It's kind of subtle, so. Or I could do it reversed actually. That looks pretty good. That's pretty cool. Okay. Do we want a beard? Let's take a look what the beards look like. That one looks weird. Mighty neck beard. Slightly less mighty neck beard. Like soldier general. The current like villain from Ruby. That's Wolverine. Big beard. Mustache. Oh, big mustache. I don't think we need a beard. We'll be fine without one. There's no stubble option, unfortunately. Yeah, by the way, this beard isn't supposed to be here. I'm just lazy. If you ever wants to know. Okay. Let's take a look. So, portrait. I'm assuming that is... who we appear as. Is there a big ass warrior looking guy? I think these are just all the girl ones. Yeah. That one works, doesn't it? Yeah, we don't have a beard, so we can't really have that one. That one's fine as well. Let's go with that one. That looks fine. And I think we are good. Yeah, quite like that one. Okay. How did you join Karrus's army? Pit fighter, not wishing to pay to feed and house too. The madame that purchased your mother sold you to the proving grounds, the Northern Empire's bloodiest, most notorious fighting arena. Given only enough training to assure the show isn't over too soon, your natural prowess and survival instinct led you to one victory after another. There was no elegant swordplay, no formalized duels, just brutal melee in the stench of blood, shit, and bronze with each day's gruesome necessities. Said that any fighter who slays dozens of others in grand melee is given their freedom, but in 300 years only 3 warriors have walked away from the proving grounds. When the closing horn sounded and 13 corpses lay at your feet, became the fourth to grand freedom with thunderous applause. As a tournament was short-lived, within days, where you comes from its way to the Ark of Justice. Okay. Unable to settle your year's accounts with grain, your parents offered you as a tithe to the overlord instead. Seeing your first battles as a child, you know all your life how to fight, how to stay calm in the sight of blood and disembowelment. You know how to rely on your fellow warriors, deemed smarter than the average killer. You always groomed for command, given education that is in numbers. Rumours of war, it seems recruitment into disfavoured legion will be the obvious match for your skill, but the Ark of Justice is known to say the good eye is not used for swords, and good minds are not used for soldiers. Played by Tunon, you were instead drafted into the court of the Fate Binders, where your martial skills were put to use in the enforcement of Karrus's laws. Okay. Leader of your home village spoke out of turn one time too many. The HSA although put the whole town on torch to contain the spread of insubordination. The Battle Viper tribe came across smoke and ruins of your village. Then the beast matriarch found you frozen but unafraid. The mighty lead took you in and raised you with protection of the tribe. For years you lived with the wild beastmen and migratory home mountains. These barren vipers were a dying breed. Each long winter took great toll of their lives, but dwindling was too weak to defend lands. Its favorite soldiers came to split as a ravenous scavenging. Your crack tribe would come, finding a human amongst the wild tribe. Its favourite soldiers made a point of taking you alive. News of the wild child of the north eventually spread. The Ark of Justice he ordered released from captivity, delivered into his court. Okay. Lawbreaker, accused of the crime you most certainly did commit. Okay, that's always a good start. You stood before Tyranny, the adjudicator, Ark of Justice, and argued your case with eloquence and conviction. Impressed with your logic, reason, and confidence, he found you guilty anyway. It's rumored that Tyranny selects many of his agents from his prisoners, who better catch than the wicked, those versus such ways. See, Tyranny offered you services. Justice such as decades languishing in prison or a lifetime serving in the court of the Fate Binders. Just an evil one, but instead of sitting inside the cell, you were trained in letters, numbers, magic, and war. Laws you once broken, now yours to interpret and enforce. Okay. Guild Apprentice. Deprived of your intelligence, your parents always knew you were too smart for a life spent in your hands in the soil. Looking to secure a better future, your parents struck a bargain with the 7-tree guild, small magical order willing to teach you letters, numbers, and magic, if you proved capable. For several years you learned much from the mages, mastering reading and writing faster than the rest, and eventually the basics of mystic theory and spellcraft. Your magical studies came to an abrupt halt when Voices of Narat, Archon of Secrets, deemed the guild a peacetime distraction and must be disbanded in the upcoming war. Mages assigned to proper armies. While your peers went to other guilds, your mind was seen as too valuable to be wasted on the armies. Instead, your life was claimed by turn on the Archon of Justice. Okay. War Mage, full of combination of wit and courage to become casters and warriors, and those cursed with such a combination of talents are invaded pulled from mundane lives and assigned to the armies of the Archons. Your earliest memories of painful slog of training, study, lecture, and exhaustion, all the elements of being groomed for battle. You knew better than to ask what became of your family, nor to question the missives allegedly penned by their hand, the part of your earliest lessons in reading. When you reached adulthood, Tyranny, the Adjudicator, came to the barracks and laid claim to your life, seeing you as too valuable to crucible battle. The Archon of Justice deemed your life better spent figuring the art of primitive legal remedies. That you have much to learn in matters of civil discourse. None could deny your bright future as Tyranny's next great enforcer. A noble scion. Born in noble parents, you were groomed for leadership. Your youth spent on letters, history, rhetoric, and other matters of culture and statecraft. Though you had wealth and creature comforts, you were expected to grow up quickly and bear the honour of shepherding others through prosperity and war. When your parents came under accusation of sedation, you were sent to the court of Tyranny, Archon of Justice, to defend your family's actions. Your parents were found guilty. Their sentence to dissolution of the treason of the state, eloquently pleading your own ignorance of your family's actions. You negotiated your most important deal yet, immunity from the crimes of your family, for the simple cause of swearing fealty to the Archon himself. Despite the unwilling induction, your education savvy made you a valuable addition to the Archon's cadre of enforcers, and so long as you remain in good standing, your family just might be allowed to live. What was a good start? Diplomat. But they would never tell you why. Karos bestowed great wealth upon your family for sort of unmentioned service, and your parents used his wealth to have you raised far from home. Your childhood was a nomadic tour of Taratus, who had hired tutors, fleeting friendships, others instability routine, you were worldly and varied education. A careless world in far-flung city landed you in legal trouble. You were taken before Tyranny, the Adjudicator, and made to stand trial. Not only did you plead your innocence, but you turned the accusations around on the accuser for wasting the court's time. The Archon of Justice concurred, amused by your wit, wisdom, adaptability. Tyranny claimed you as his newest enforcer. Okay. I'm going between, well, these three, to be honest. I think a Pitfire. I think that goes with the character I'm trying to build. Next. Primary expertise. I mean, there's a great sword option. Okay, sword and shield. Wielding weapon and shield puts you in the front line of combat, standing between enemies and your allies. Holding the shield slightly but give you good defense bonuses. Javelin. Wielding javelin is a good compromise between melee and range. Strong weapons deal more damage than bows, but can attack from as far away. They also benefit being able to switch between ranged and melee attacks depending on the enemy's distance. So these actually just give you different bonuses. So this gives you parry, one-handed weapons, and athletics. One-handed weapons, dodge, parry, and athletics. Great sword. Wielding a two-handed weapon puts your focus of power rather than speed. The slow attack style with the damage you deal often overcome the armor of your enemies. And it gives you two-handed weapon, parry, and athletics. Dual wielding. Two weapons give you advantage of versatility. Each weapon can do different types of damage. Dual wield, parry, athletics, and subterfuge. Interesting. Short bow. Short bow is a weapon of choice for those who choose to attack from a distance, avoiding direct engagement with the enemies. Bows, dodge, subterfuge, and athletics. Unarmed attack. Fighting is one of the more challenging combat styles. Damage is generally lower, but it's offset by the speed of your attacks. A good style for someone interested in being challenged. While fighting unarmed, the dodge skill is used to avoid melee attacks rather than parry. Okay. Shock spells. Mages skilled with shock magic can frequently interrupt their enemies, preventing from executing their attacks. That gives you charged fist, channel, explosive, surge, electric energy, or what's in there, but enemy interrupts them, send them flying back. And it gives you control lightning, magic staff, dodge, and lore. Frost spells. Frost magic is an offensive skill that focuses on slowing enemies as well as dealing cold damage. Frozen grasps. Don't target harsh winter cold, leaving them frozen for a time. Okay. Control frost, magic staff, dodge, and lore. Vigor spells. Utility branch of magic focuses on granting bonuses to yourself and allies. Titan's touch. Greatness, might and versatility. Oh, vitality, okay. And atrophy. Atrophy magic drains the skills and attributes of your enemies, weakening their attacks, making them easy to kill. And it gives control atrophy magic lore. Okay. I think I'm gonna go greatsword. I'm always a big fan of the greatsword skills in any game, pretty much. I think I'll go. I think you have to. Yeah, I have to pick two by the look of it. Oh, greatsword! I can pick Sunder. Deliver a powerful overhead attack that reduces target's armor. Sundered, valid weapons, pretty much everything. Cleave, swift counter attack that hits multiple nearby enemies. That sounds good. Choose an ability. I mean, that's the 30-second cooldown. This was a lot more damage. I'm going to take this one so I can just smash like a big target. I think that's going to be a good bet. Or build myself to like kill the big guys, because I think you get a party. So, oh hello. She's training in this combat style. Okay, so I actually get a few extras. Okay, I can't get weapon and shield unfortunately because I was really hoping to take that. Wielding weapon and shield puts you front. Oh, you can. I have spear and shield. And that'd give me shield slam. And it's only weapon valid with a shield, so there's no point in that one. And this one, wielding two weapons, and it's just the same as before. War mace. And this would give me. Oh, this gives me cleave. Okay. And this gives me what? Plus 8. Oh, weapons. Lots left. Okay, so this is what this gives me. I think I'll go for this one because it gives me the big buffs to it, and I get cleave as well. Yeah, I'm just a big fucking swordsman, basically. Okay. Nice. Oh, I can choose colours. Well, I'm always a fan of red. Red and black? I'll go for blue. Yeah, it looks a bit weird. I could go red and black. Oh, yes. Yeah, that one. Okay, banners. I don't know why this was, but I guess this is a thing. Is there a wolf head anywhere? There's a wolf paw. Okay, that's good so far. No wolf or dragon, unfortunately. You could go that one. Go that with a red hand. Yeah, that looks villainous enough. I'm the bad guy, remember. Into name. Oh. Stupid keyboard. Wolfie Bane. Next. Attributes. So I'm assuming it's might and resolve. Might determine your physical strength and character. Increase might leads to more powerful attacks and stronger abilities, as well as increasing the endurance defense. Finesse attribute describes your character's physical and mental precision. Finesse is used to determine accuracy of attacks and spells, as well as to increase war and armor's chances to reduce a hit type, reduce critical hit or hit to graze. Quickness determines how often a character can use their abilities and spells in combat, reducing cooldown durations. Interesting. Vitality, I'm assuming, is tankiness. Physical health and strength of personality also increases the will defense. Okay. Attribute describes a character's mental acuity, their ability to observe their environments, pick up on clues. Wits increases spell strength, wisdom increases magical defense. And resolve gives character's ability to endure physical and mental challenges. Resolve is a primary attribute for those who derive the endurance, will, and magic. Used to derive the endurance, will, and magic defenses. Also increases the duration of afflictions applied by the character. Okay. Okay. Let's go with that. And that, maybe? Sure, let's do this. I'm strong, I'm pretty tough, and I've got a good resolve. It's actually strong recommended because you're trading a great sword and war mace. Okay. Okay, points available. Subterfuge skill determines the... Okay, this is... Where the hell is this? Okay, subterfuge skill. Ability to move unseen through their environment to detect and manipulate hidden traps and devices you also open and lock chests and doors. Unless using dialogue to determine your ability to deceive or trick the person you're speaking with. Lore skill determines the character's ability to decipher information and put together clues from fragments of information. This skill is crucial for magic users who wish to learn new runes and power their spells. Also dialogue to determine what you know of the history of the world and to impress others with your intelligence. Dodge. Dodge skill defends against ranged attacks from both javelins or magic spells. Higher skill ranks reduce damage taken or even cause enemies to miss the attacks altogether. Parry. Training in great sword. Great sword and war mace. Higher skill defends melee attacks and spells. Higher ranks will reduce damage from enemy attacks and melee to them as altogether. Athletics. Character's ability to traverse difficult terrain as well as ability to execute complicated moves in combat. Athletics is also used to dialogue to determine your ability to intimidate or physical power something. Okay. Stuff. If you're gonna growl. Okay, so I'm gonna need that one and that one mostly by the sounds of it. Magic staff effective attacks using magic staff. Higher skill values lead to more accurate attacks, increasing the chance of critical strikes. Effects for most magic accuracy of magical attacks is determined by magical staff skill and magic skill used by the equipped staff. Bows. Yeah, okay. Unarmed combat. Not accurate attacks, increase your chance of critical strikes. Two-handed weapons. Effectiveness attacks using large weapons wielding both hands, great swords, warhammers, and axes. High values lead to more accurate attacks, increase the chance of more crits. Yeah, because I picked both two-handed weapons, this is a pretty important one, I think. Effectiveness attacks using weapons wielding a single hand. I guess a pit fighter actually gives me a bit of these. Interesting. Okay, so I'll get a bit into... Let's get that to 35 and that to 35. Let's get that to 30, actually. And there's that 44. And I think we'll be okay with that. Okay. Conquest option allows you to play through characters' conquest of the tiers, choosing how your character is involved in the invasion. This starts and moves control over the standing state of the game and how the factions. Or quick start is just go here. Let's go conquest. Although quick start options will bypass the conquest phase of the character creation. You select lists from the available templates how your character was involved in the character conquest. Starting state of the game. Let's do conquest. I vote conquest. And it's my stream, so you're coming along with me.
All the world has fallen to Kairos, and now the Overlord's eye is on the Tiers, our home. The last corner of the world free of Kairos' reign. Two armies, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, March south from the Northern Empire. The last realm to fall to Kairos a century prior.
Okay.
In the early days of 428, Kairos' armies arrive at the Gates of Judgment, the mountainous border that we Tearsmen so long believed unassailable. Unable to agree on a unified plan of defense, the various leaders of the Tears sit and wait for each other to deal with the conquerors, until it's too late.
Okay. Okay, conquest. During the conquest, you will decide your character's actions during encounters and invasions of the Tears, shaping the world with which you will adventure over the course of the game. Each choice you make affects your character and how the major factions of the Tears respond to you. Your decisions matter, choose wisely. Oh dear. 428 TR, Year of Kairos' campaign. Okay, that's pretty cool. The Bastard City. The Bastard City stood between the northern border between Kairos' Empire and the Tears. Built upon a natural harbour of crossroads between realms, the city was the nexus of commerce. To the Tears, it was the centre of all wealth. To the Northerner, it was a little more than a backwater trading post. Symbolic status as the gateway to the continent made a natural first target in Kairos' military conquest. Circumstances were ideal for you to prove your worth as a soldier in Kairos' armies. Thinking the city would send a message to the rest of the Tears, Kairos' will is insurmountable. Okay, Gates of Judgment. The first major engagement of the war, Kairos' armies came from the land to establish a foothold, or infiltrate. Both armies sent their forces to prepare the way. Armies of Kairos took the battle to the Gates of Judgment, triumphing open call conquest Tears. Two armies of the defenders of the Scarlet Chorus brought the distinctive sense of order and chaos to their assault. Fell alongside the armies alongside the armies approached by soldier strengths. The standing shield to shield with Kairos' ironclad elite advanced on the mercenary army purchased by the nobles of the Bastard City. The Legion wanted to send a message to the Tears. Imperial breeding, discipline, training would win the day. Or we rushed into the chaotic mass of the Scarlet Chorus flanking the Bastard City's armies and drove them to flee. I think the defavored sounds better for that one. Just basically crush it. Bastard City learned too late that the military is earned and never bought. The mercenary army quickly found themselves outclassed by the superior tactic formation they disfavoured. The few who lived at the end of the battle were rounded up, the weak executed, the strong enslaved. Two horrible armies, wagons, and the journey south. To judge the enemy, decide the fate of the enemy soldiers captured in battle, or free the Kairos armies to enemy territory. So basically, each of these is... let's say feed the host. Against the most optimistic projections, the disfavoured Scarlet Chorus made short work of their defences. They did so well, the armies quickly outpaced the supply caravans. Troops were plentiful, but food was scarce. You only had time to execute one plan to secure provisions. Disfavoured troops to confiscate food and supplies from travelling merchant caravans. The Tears are already spent ignorant centuries glutting themselves outside of Kairos' law, or hordes out to pillage from farms and villages spread the infantry of Kairos' army. Infamy of Kairos' army prepare the Tears for the reality of impending conquest. No, I think that one's better. It's that we don't want to kill all the peasants. We can steal from merchants. After raiding the wagons and inspecting caravans, securing days' worth of provisions and supplies, the disfavored found the cache of goods behind a hidden panel. Confiscation portions of elixirs found in secret for the Bastard City. They all filled the disfavored larder with provisions the following year. Denied the defenders would be Bastard City supplies for desperate needed siege to come. Good. Bastard City. The armies of Kairos amassed around the Bastard City, the final bastion of the Tears to fall. Both armies longed for the storm wall outpush. Scarlet Chorus howling for plunder, and the disfavored forming an unbreakable shield wall. The prowess of the field of battle had carried them this far, but it was one more step before total victory. Both the armies inspired schemes which the Bastard City wished to use support. Taking the Bastard City. The disfavored vanguard and direct assault of the city gates. No fortifications stand long before the unstoppable legion. And this gets warriors respite. Stand your ground in the face of defeat. Okay, so this actually gives me an ability. During this time, you'll regenerate health rapidly, but your damage is significantly reduced. Okay, so basically it's I take a pause. Okay. You join the Scarlet Chorus in setting fire to the city, blocking the gates. Defenders will surrender or burn. Searing Palm. Fire damage versus magic. Mage Fire Affliction for 9 seconds. Gather the heated energy in your hands, release it to the foe. Target ignites the flame, burning over time. We led a mixed band of disfavored and skull-cursed scouts over the walls and established our defences, and this gives me concealing shadows. Create a cloud of obscuring shadows and dust for a short duration. Enemies that physical attacks can use a significant increased chance to miss all the time attacks. During this time, your attack. I like the Warrior's Respite ability, and it also sounds like just smash through the gate. Like, breach the gate, don't bother setting it on fire. I like that favour a bit better. The heroic courage and legendary determination that disfavoured battered the gates, the bastards seated to splinters. Those who fell under the consistent hails of arrows or cascades of boiling pitch left the battlefield temporarily, only to appear hours later as Archon Graven Ash's protection healed their numerous wounds. In the time the gates gave way and Karaz's forces spilled inside the walls, resounding cheers of victory. I don't think that burning the city to the ground was a good idea. That makes me sound way worse. I guarantee, like, everything's got its own repercussions. Baza City has settled a new state of normalcy, with every tower displaying Kairos' banner. Your name is whispered alongside rumours of decorated career to come. The armies divide two fronts in the greater south. Tyranny sent word you were to join the next frontier of Kairos' conquest, either as judge or overseer of the settlement in crossing, or the war advisor of the armies for Apex. Because of Iron made the settlements Lethan's Crossing a strategic war asset, Kairos sent forge-bound smith mages exceptional skill to turn the flow of weaponry. Tyranny the Adjudicator sent one of his fate bandits to show the war. Or the Apex, the troops of the mountain realm of Apex stood idle in the safety of their valley. By the time the neighbours of the Bastia fell, the second year of war, a joint force had thrown across mountains. Pictorial's Central Valley. I think the Apex would be a good one to go for. It's a battlefield, so I think that would be a bit better. That is a cool effect. I really like that. I'm probably way too easily impressed by something like that, but that's very cool. The mountain nation of Apex, ruled for generations by the Queen of House Vandran, stood at the heart of tears. No army could bypass a landlocked realm without leaving their flanks exposed to attacks. By the second year of the war, the disfavoured and Scarlet Chorus had pushed deep into the tears. Elements of both armies were dispatched to the conquer Apex. No one assigned you to accompany them, tasked with bringing Karaz's laws to the territory, as well as keep an eye on both armies. Okay. New school mages presented problems and opportunities, or the Archon of Stone assault was perhaps too successful. I want to see what the mages are. School of Water Mages, though, to pose a substantial threat to the disfavoured wish to annihilate the school as because they will capture the mages wish to learn their crafts. All mages have a chance to surrender Leeton beats losses, or what is this one? Destructive allies crossing the Khan, the Archon of Stone, buried the struggle to avalanche triggering the surrounding mountains. Scarlet Chorus were promised captured enemies for equipment, yet none survived the onslaught. Chorus demands compensation. Congratulate the favour for taking the path without risking their lives. Karaz's servants at the stage of the campaign, invited to use any advantage to mitigate losses. The world Scarlet Chorus claim demanded the youngest of ever scouts join the chorus. So that's a bit harsh. No. I actually want to side with the Scarlet Chorus in this one, so we can get some water mages. I think that sounds cool, because that means we might get a water mage later. Because I think you do collect a party. Countless lives were lost taking the mages into custody. Scarlet Chorus praise your name as they drag the beaten elders of school to the voice of Narat's tent. As a wave of screams encouraged, please reach Crando. The Scarlet Chorus soldiers outside cheered the Archon. This favoured adjourned to the camp in grim silence. Play with the chorus lacked the will and desire to fully out all traces of the enemy school. They did, but we are gaining assets for this. I've got to think about strength. I'm important here, apparently. So I'm getting us some advantages. Karaz's vote is debated over the fate of enemy captain, or poison the well. Poor communication led to the group's death into favourite scouts. That's no good. Captain. Captain! When Karaz's forces captured the celebrated enemy hero, the armies bickered over his fate. This favourite wanted him set free to appear to Karaz's mercy. Scott Chorus wanted to flame and staked as an example. That's a little harsh! You agree with his favourite plan to set the enemy captive back with the message: all those who surrender and cooperate will be treated with deserved respect. This with Karis' peace. You execute the captain that has remains fashioned. Don't terrify you, display fear of the Scarlet Chorus's most compelling weapon. You knew impact will resonate across the Apex army. Oh, this one. With Break the Siege, Scarlet Chorus agents poison the Apex water supply. Days later on, just where Scouts dies of illness, outrage. By the failure of communication, this favour demand the Chorus agent turn ultimate punishment. Hell charges ordering the Scarlet Chorus agents delivered to the disfavoured justice would be served with the risk of seeding discontent between two armies. You denied the complaint. Tragedies happen in war and the act was not targeted with intent of the disfavoured. The reality is more honest than the satisfaction of this. The reality is more honest than the satisfaction of the disfavoured someone. Now, I'm going to go with... I'm going to release the captain. I think that's a good call because it makes us seem better than apparently we are. So, I'm quite shocked by your clemency. The enemy captain vowed to deliver his message in full, paid his respects before departing. The captain, though typically more uncompromising, disfavoured praised your innovative thinking. Scarlet Crows despised that they viewed was resources wasted early to release and early back into the wild. Follow Apex. Both defeat of Apex inevitability. Armies of Chaos met to discuss how to put an end to this stage of the conquest. Both armies agreed to send an offer of parley, along with their acceptance. The enemy requested that you appear at the meeting order your fair dealings and had apparently spread to their ranks. Okay, so they did surrender, so we actually got this. Because I sent the captain, we did it fairly. Okay. Through days of mediation, you negotiated strength with players for us, put an end to further bloodshed, or go the crew of Apex to strike you in the barrow. You under a barrow. Crucially basically created to duel still. That's a little harsh. I'm not gonna be a dick and like challenge the queen and like force the queen to challenge me to a duel and kill her. That's a little mean. That's a bit of, well, this is a bit mean. I'm playing Tyranny. That's a bit of a dick move. How about that? So I'm gonna be nice. Before my enemies were loath to part with their lands, but they were even more reluctant to continue the war they were losing at every turn. Tearsmen are a stubborn lot, but despite their grim situation, it took days of discussion diplomacy to show them the matters of tenacity. On the third day of mediation, the rules of Apex finally submitted the term surrender, putting an end to the war in the valley, freeing up Karis' forces march deeper into the Tears. I think I'm quite happy with how I sorted that, because I actually did give a bit of lead to the Scarlet Chorus as well, which I need to do, because if I favour the other guys too much, I might get like a rebellion. I guess. I don't know if that's a thing, but it's going to piss him off. As Apex finally rested in the hands of Karis' forces, Scarlet Chorus paused, reveling in victory while those favored prepared for the next fight, according themselves, but an evening's rest. Karis' armies raided out of the conquered citadel and worked their way across the tiers. The disfavored Scarlet Chorus aimed to dominate as much territory as possible in the coming year. Your distinguished reputation in Karis' military left the choice of your next destination yours to make. The Stalwart, with easily defended position, rich military tradition, the realm of Stalwart is the most formidable realm of the Tiers. Okay, that sounds good. Realm Citadel, treasures of knowledge, its secrets, or the Azure. Archive storage to begin. So that's just mass destruction, basically. No, I think the Stalwart's probably good. Big fortress, that sounds like the kind of place my guy would go. 430 TR. Year 3 of the conquest. I love that effect! I don't know why! The Stalwart, the realm of Stalwart, is best known, proud army, disciplined, courageous, and undefeated in their home soil. Skill and resolve with the Stalwart military power that Karis' forces approach with due caution. With the southern position, Stalwart had been largely safe from war. Watching for 2 years, the neighbours fell to Karis' forces. Before the dawn of the third year, Karis' forces were finally poised to invade Stalwart Peninsula and subdue the Tier's most vaunted army. Yeah, this is going to be the one that's going to need a bit of thought, I feel. Marching on empty, tragedy struck when hungry Scarlet Chorus soldiers appropriated disfavoured supplies, or continuous setbacks, stinging defeat led to accusation of Karis. Oh, we lost something? After defeat at the hands of the enemy invaders, Scarlet Chorus accused the favourites of recklessness. The favourite claimed the Scarlet Chorus brought too few soldiers to cover their flanks, but armed with route to march until he gave a ruling. Note the favourite reputation of discipline, as well as the Scarlet Chorus powers to instill fear and frenzy. You decided the Scarlet Chorus was in the wrong. Or lacking proof the Scarlet Chorus recruits were negligent, you punished his favourite commander for his failure and bringing charges without evidence. Once empty, the stalwart defenders burned their crops as they retreated, leaving the ready before. Starving, Scarlet Corps mob rage from its favoured well-maintained supply lines, encouraged cattle to both sides. You ordered the thieving Scarlet soldiers to be spiked for their affront. Command this favour to share the provisions thieves and lost the hounds for trash. I actually think I'm going to favour in favour of the Scarlet Chorus for this, because they are just going the disfavoured were reckless. I can imagine them being reckless if there's a challenge, basically, of the enemy army. So I'm going to do that. Given Ash the first step forward. The against Scarlet Chorus would just menace, sowing chaos and disorder wherever they went. Further evidence did you need? After you politely reminded him as the opinions were inadmissible, he stormed out their camp with a unit of soldiers and didn't return for several hours. Armies of Chaos collaborated to the capture of an enemy leader. The Scarlet Chorus requested that she be interrogated the Archer's secrets. In favour wished to display her corpse in battle, since the stalwart defenders refused to surrender. Commanders sent to voice the threat for interrogation, or any kind of executed. Her body displayed a warning to defy the overlord. That's a bit harsh. Were spotted fighting alongside the stalwart defenders. Which rat insisted they were spies to engage the enemy's weakness, so discontentedly accused the soldiers of treason, demanded bloody reprisal. Contemptuous armies sought your ruling in the matter. He ordered his favour to execute these spies when they were found, and the member of 4 counties, or called agents from the Scarlet Chorus. Because the spymaster knew his business, he ordered his favour to ignore these Scarlet Chorus agents. I think I'm gonna send some people for interrogation. I don't want her dead. That she could be useful later. Like so many enemy prisoners, stalwart regents vanished inside the hoisting rat's tent, never to be seen again. Oh, never mind. She had ever passed as a camp, those went beyond the most considered possible. Now shall silently voices invited you inside. There's no region to be found in the map, which voices have marked hasty scrolls. Never mind, I tried to keep her alive, but it didn't work. Carve a slow, steady path to the heart of Starward and surrounded the enemy's massive fortress. With the bulk of their forces defeated, the enemy leadership retreated to the mighty fortress. The Overlord answered this impotence with an edict of storms in the peninsula, a devastating spell that would endure for as long as the cowardly heart Starward leaders persist in the beating. Knowing before anyone else the edict would occur, voiced in the rat lobbied for you to deliver the mighty incantation. Aside from being given a 3-day window to the edict, you received no other instructions. Storms. Agree with the wishes of disfavoured, you proclaim the edict at once, leaving the enemy no time to react. So it was ample opportunity to spread over several years. The time for mercy was gone. Attempted to integrate themselves with the people as they thought. Scarlet insisted the warnings be sent to the towns and villages. People would prepare for the horror about to summon them. I actually am favouring the Scarlet Chorus in this one. This is actually like this sane, keep people alive. As unfortunately swept up with the calamity leadership, a warning was spelled that the locals had prepared devastation would come. Let punishment fall the. You were content to let punishment fall the innocents as likely as cowards will allow. Comforted by that you might yet spare lives, you broke the seal, carried the edict of storms, and read the Overlord's incantation. BANG! Oh my god. The storm. Clear skies darkened the final words of the edict, flurry of wind and rain. Looked through the roaring plains, craggy canyons, turning rocks, uprooted trees, and the hapless soldiers into shrapnel. Armed with a measure of foresight, you were able to remove yourself from the area before the storms grew more violent. Time nearby communities told the cycles consisted of thousands of soldiers worth of limbs, spears, armours, and skulls. What smaller words are so known as anticipating? Those the favoured who fought the enemy in spite of the advance of storm were caught up in Overlord's magic. Few survivors regrouped and nursed their wounds. Their failure to topple the stalwart legion shamed them to believing dead more fortunate. Name Stalwart fell from use. People took to calling it the Blade's Grave for the remade landscapes, soon the Iron Bronze ornament of two once great legions. As Garrett informs the departed, you spared a glance back at Rudy Stalwart, marvelling at your work. You didn't have long to rest before Tyranny called to your service once more. Cook was complete. Continue. I think we did okay there. Spell sigils can be found throughout the world. The Tyrannos collected these sigils to construct powerful magical attacks. So I favoured the disfavoured through a lot of the early part, but I actually ended up going with the Scarlet Chorus, trying to keep people alive there. It didn't work, but
the
I
year
tried.
is 431, and Kairos' invasion has shattered all major opposition in the tiers. The younger realms, the bastard tier, the free cities. All who defied Kairos lay broken by battle, or bowed in surrender. The two armies of the Overlord, the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus, now control our lands. But our will is not yet extinguished. Not entirely. In the valley of Vendrian's Well, those of us unwilling to bow to Kairos have banded together in defiance. Violating an oath of surrender from 2 years prior, we have staged a bloody uprising, murdering the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus garrison in a midnight assault.
Come here, kid. Like it. If she comes over like this, usually she means she's really cold. And it is chilly at home, so put her under the snowy blanket.
With their main forces spread across the tiers, the Disfavored and Scarlet Chorus redeploy to Vendrian's Well to crush the resistance. But months pass with no definitive battle. As disagreement and discord paralyze the Archons, we bide our time and wait for our message of insurrection to spread across the tiers. The Overlord is not amused, and Kairos has one message for the Archons: crush the Oathbreakers or die. Kairos backs this threat with an edict, a magical commandment that can slay all in the valley should the order be ignored. The honor of proclaiming this edict fell to you. Sent across the mountains to Vendrian's Well, you carry the Overlord's edict to read before the Archons.
Okay.
As you finally make your way through the winding mountain passes into the valley, the ground trembles.
This guy's a
and Kairos'
fucking, like,
magic
deity,
seals the
right?
way behind you. You are trapped in Vendrian's Well, with Kairos' armies and the Oathbreakers. The only way to survive is to fulfill the terms of the Overlord's edict, in any way that you can.
Okay then. So by chance it's going to be by sword. Wow, that's a thing. Okay. Fate by the Wolfie Bane, I presume. We've been expecting you. Who the hell are you? Parry. Endurance defense damages your ability to resist physical pain. So just okay. So I'll read all these abilities. Thrust. Single target attack that inherits elements of the attacker's fighting style. Interesting. Thunder. That's the armor break. Cleave. This is my AoE. Warrior's Respite is my mega heal. Okay, so dodge. Javelins and magic spells, I skill rank reduce damage taken in the course. So I'm not very good against ranged. Parry defends against melee attacks and spells. Yeah, so I'm pretty solid against that. Physical play effects such as stun, resolve, and might contribute to your endurance. Okay. Yeah, so I'm very I've got good pain. Will defense determines your ability to resist mental attacks and afflictions such as fear, resolve, vitality contributes towards your will defense. Okay, that's why I've got decent at that as well. Magic defense. I'm not great against. I'm better against magic than I am against melee, which is kind of hilarious. And armor is 2. My chest. Talents are just those. Weapon sets. Crush. So this is devastating. Bronze plate sword or bronze warming. DPS 3.71. Yeah, this is a lot more frequently. Okay. Not combat. And this is lesser healing potion. Okay.
On it.
Who are you? Aurora of the Disfavored. Aurora, Kara's Overlord, be praised. When I heard the avalanche, I feared the valley was sealed with you on the other side. Disfavored warrior, claps her gauntlets, her breastplate, resist to the legion. I like you. We're told of fate by it. Okay, conversations. Conversations involve you and other characters. Sometimes additional parties, like bystanders or companions, will may interject. Choices you make change how the story develops and will build a reputation for your character over time. People in this world will learn if your reputation is good and bad and respond accordingly. Characters' attributes, skills, history, and gender, as well as decisions you made with conquest, may all open up options for you in dialogue. These options are not necessarily superior to the other responses, but giving you a wider variety of choices. The select your manner of which someone responds to your choices depends on the individual personality and attitude. Character speaks, you would display a banner beneath this portrait. These banners indicate which faction the character is allied with. The tooltip of the banners will provide details how the faction feels about you. Name reported character locations, the gold. Okay. But the Oathbreakers. In honor of the Wandering Guard, Renegades, Surrenders. Now refer these tiersmen as Oathbreakers, perhaps one of the few points of the agreement between the Disfavored and the Scarlet Chorus. We are told the Fate Binder was coming, but the commanders will not say why. It seems obvious. Graven Ash and the Voice in the Rat can agree on nothing. At least all battle plans to wipe out the Oathbreakers. I trust you bring orders to her on that will break the deadlock. You hear the hum in the air that glow around the rocks. The avalanche's carriage magic. The Overlord has sealed the valley. I gained lore experience. Your sense is more than mine. Good Fate Binder. I do not pretend to know much about such things. But if it was Kara's magic and you're here on important business, well, you don't have to be the Archer of Secrets to guess that. You had to proclaim an edict. Does Karos have the store for the enemy 10 years after you played it? I'll be honest with her. She seems pretty good. The level against us is wide and fair for slackens, but the Scarlet Chorus prevents us from taking action. Why would the Overlord punish both of clears us out of the sight? Forgive me, it is not my place to question. Should have conquered the enemy within weeks of arriving in the valley. Delay reflects poorly on all of us. We'll follow Karos' will insurrection. No harm will come to any of us. Glare silently, very minor rat. I'm not gonna glare at the Disfavored. I like the Disfavored. They're badass. 2 Archons and their armies cannot take us into the we've taken before. Of course, guys are displeased. Game minor rat. Subterfuge your first display Scarlet Chorus and others. See the way I see why they call you Stormcaller. So first then what happened is though I'm to Star Wars for their refusal to fight. Now we're the ones guilty of stealing and offending the Overlord. Clears the throat, blinking quickly because of their composure. I'm sorry, as you said, we will follow Karos. There's no need for concern. Okay, so Wrath, I'm assuming Wrath is bad, Favor is good. You've travelled a long way, won't keep you further. I'm sure the Archons want to hear from you at... Did you hear that? More runners, 3rd time this week. The Oathbreakers are trying to send messengers to the mountains to gather help from outside the valley. Points to the collapse where they arrived. But a bit too late for that now. Come, show these Oathbreakers a good fight.
Right.
Combat! Tyranny uses a pausable real-time system. Because you will often manage more than one character at a time, it's a good idea to pause the game, issue orders, and resume real-time when you see the orders play out. The menu also contains many choices for automatic pausing when certain conditions are met. Start a combat, press spacebar to pause on first combat. Okay, so it is space, so I'll keep in mind of that. Characters always perform basic attacks with equipped weapon. or the fists if fighting unarmed. Characters also have special abilities and spells you can use in combat. When a character is selected, their ability bar displays their key capabilities as new abilities and spells are gained. They automatically add to the ability bar. Characters' abilities and spells can be accessed by selecting the category icon at the bottom of the selected frame. Abilities are grouped into talents, spells, combo abilities, artifact abilities, reputation abilities, and stances categorized with weapon sets. To follow, use the ability left click on the ability icon or press the hotkey corresponding to the icon on the ability bar. Your cursor will change to indicate whether the mouse is over valid target for the ability. If the cursor has a red X in the corner, you are not over a valid target. If the cursor is a pair of feet in the corner, you'll need to move closer to the ability. For abilities that target party members, you can click on party portraits to target abilities of a party member. Press escape to target the ability. Okay, so I've got escape as well. All characters in the game, friend or foe, have primary defense, parry, dodge, endurance, will, and magic. These defenses will be based on the character's attributes, equipped items, and other effects. A character's accuracy is based on their skill with the type of weapon. Accuracy is compared to the appropriate defenses attack made. To hit, 4 possible results from attack: hit, crit, graze, and miss. Critical hit increases their damage. Graze reduces it. With each attack, you gain experience, weapon skill, and make attack in mace will grab some experience. So I am going to
Will do.
okay. Got him.
I got it.
Run him through. 6 categories tell us about character: leadership, defense, but stop it. Stop running away from me. 6 categories tell us about a character: leadership, defense, power, agility, range, and magic. For each level you gain more. You get 1 point of intelligence in each categories. Territory, each tier. Talent select the icon and save button can be your choice. Abilities. Okay, so I gained a talent point. Talents. Character sheet. Q. Oh, this is power. Got it. To the rest of the increase in accuracy, palm strike. Just push the backside of some casting spells. Mighty stance. Blitz. Whetstone. And body protection. Avalanche blockers think you could fit through the rubble. Should vigilant deal with rainy earthbreakers of the past. See as soon as I mentioned the Vanguard hope to accomplish. Traveling for days. How much longer till we reach the Archons? From when we've learned the other positions, runners are instructed to escape the valley and roam up support of the Earthbreakers' cause or further tiers. I don't know who they think will listen to their pleas. We've smashed every army, fortress and self-proclaimed ruler in the lowborn tiersmen have to offer. Perhaps they think the wild beasts will ride to their side. Victory has soaked the tears with fear. That iron would rally their hopeless cause. In favour of disfavour. My thoughts exactly. They've lost the war years ago. It's little more than a grasp. How much longer to reach the Archons? You're almost to your destination. Once we clear the pass of enemy, just head south to the foothills from there, just a matter of hours. Carry on. Boulder. A rock slide blocks the path ahead. You can squeeze through a narrow gap between the stones, but to push one of the boulders out of your way. I've got the athletics, so... Squish. Brute strength can also work. Fuck yeah, I'm a beast.
On it. To battle.
Cleave! Good.
Right.
Stab him! Stone shield interrupts the honor guard. BAM! Ooh, javelin. And what do you have, big guy? You got nothing? Damn it.
Can't do that.
You, buddy. Come on with me, go down the path of justice. You're wounded, this is not trivial. Clenched teeth. This but a scratch. I've seen twice over 10 times over. Doesn't pay. Let me help. I said I'm fine, moans Jason's head. Giving Ash protects. Go on and help the others. Okay, big guy. Good luck to you. Mushroom. Oh, hello. Seven skulls, bleached sword, picked clean by carrying, human power, the held your skull, of course, needs. Wow.
Try and catch me, worm.
In Scarlet Fury, what is about the Vendrin Guard? Scarlet Fury is the elite fighter. Scarlet Chorus distinguished by graceful attacks and murderous persistence, better armor and trained. Most car strips the Furies are found among the vanguard of battle and brutal displays skills of fire builders and masses and fear in their enemies. I'm going to assume that is. Weeds are on the Vandering Guard attacks, avoid the weapons of food craze, she knows to acknowledge you. Soldiers, this one's crazy, too much lead in the water, that allows them to turn back.
Fate finder. Here at last. Here to join me in putting these cowards out of their misery.
Yeah, save something for me. Charge. Oh cool, I've got a party member.
Heads up, we have company. I got it.
Bloodsoaked Stone, coordinate reverse, knock your target pro, followed with a strong bleeding attack. Ooh, hello.
Let's do it, you and me.
Ah, you son of a bitch.
Got them in my sights.
Smash time! Nice.
I'm Verse, by the way. But there are more important things to take care of than introductions. Those Vendrian guard we killed didn't come alone.
What's your role in the army?
A Scarlet Fury, one of the elite killers of our ignoble gang. You'll see more than a few of us around camp, but don't let that fool you. We're a rare breed.
I just realised the Scarlet Chorus.
Soldiers
Oh,
in
she's
the
in my
Scarlet
pie as
Chorus
well.
are little more than farmers and children armed with rusted forks. Makes them easier to control.
I like her.
The voices of Narat called his best fighters to this siege. There must be something important about Vendrian's well, though don't ask me what. The Archon isn't in the habit of spilling secrets.
I think that's fine.
Eager. I like that. Before we go, you might search among the remains of our fallen comrades. Wherever they're bound, I doubt they'll miss their boots, much less any rings or any useful iron they might be clutching.
Nice and
No
practical.
reason to pity the fallen. Before long, we might wish we'd joined them here. But at least we'll enjoy heavy pockets and warm toes. For the voices of Narat!
I got the car. Ooh. Where's my inventory? Did I not get a helmet there? I swore I got a helmet. Disfavored. Vandran Guard, they hate me because I've killed most of them. Stand together, stand tall, all party members, voters resolve, for the fate finder, get done with official typed. Okay. Oh, okay, so I get to move like that.
Sorry, I can't.
This the way? Yeah, it is. Yeah, that's just that again. Hello. Did too much. Eyes forward, don't look back. Battery guard warrior roars as his faults held high. His warriors largely lost over the din of combat. Your attention lands and you double take recognition from those faces. Peace blind from the war. You come once again to talk peace. Seems you're too late. There's lands and you. Oh, isn't that the guy I set free? So if your weapons, perhaps you can settle those without bloodshed. You knew that violations when I'm at the end of the little mercy you could rule Kairos. I'm sure was there. There's no turning back. Shakes his head. I know you tried to do right by us in the past, but now you're between us and the way out. Nothing personal. You know it correctly, maybe you misunderstand why we're here. He was meant to charge, sound chat rises. Horseman's hurry. Sweet. Mucky Blaze, run down the Oathbreakers, let none escape. From the red mob of reinforcements to the south, Blood Chanter emerges at the head of the rabble, the ornamental crest of her staff pulsing the crimson tone. Signal. Signing sigils of magic in wood, a sphere moving in her mouth. The bloodless chanter scribes a series of spells into the air. A red glow surrounds the Vandran Guard warriors as the chanter's magic worms its way to their minds, binding with rage. Oppositions, all of you. You there. Keep to the path. The Scarlet gestures along the canyon trail, but his soldiers turn attention to the Scarlet Chorus roaring challenges. No, don't engage them. We need to run. His orders fall in deaf ears. Warrior reluctantly readies his weapon. So he's pretty tough. Okay. And you go in there.
To battle!
Companions versus joining your party versus capable warrior having both melee and ranged combat. You acquire companions need to balance their strength against this digital character to be successful in combat. While it is possible to adventure alone, you will find the game more rewarding with a well-balanced party. Now, 2 characters in your party, both are selected. Any commands issue now will affect both party members. To select a single party member, click on the selection circle, portrait of F1, the player character F2, select reverse, select multiple party members, click and hold anywhere on the screen, drag. Yep. New companion directly, or you can enable AI and have them attack these abilities automatically. I think I'll have that. Always select there, but tell them to attack specific enemy. Here's Burning Iron Skewer. I click the A button and see this AI-63 party members. Auto attack by heavy reach character determines how they attack enemies. Companions, you need to choose AI. Several stance abilities are provided with different benefits of combat system, but model abilities mean they can be toggled on and off. Only one stance ability at a time. With a stance deactivate all stance abilities. Okay, where's the AI button? You go for him, and you also go for him.
For the queen!
Sundered.
On it.
Did I always have this much blood?
Oh, hello.
You got it.
Sorry, I can't. Sorry, I can't.
Oh, someone stitch me up.
Sorry, I can't.
Seeing an awful lot of red.
Oh my god, I gibbed him. No, you disengage. You get him.
Will do.
Clang! Hey, another person. Crescent Runner, come quick, give a situation cliffside, they have the commander. Oh well. There's loot. Rent bronze dagger.
On it.
On it like a bonnet. Oh, hello. Ooh, hello. And agate. So I actually have some gear now, I guess? Maybe that other thing wasn't usable. Where the hell did I just not pick it up? Okay.
Will do.
Patrol, stow your weapons, find out how long the man screams before hitting the ravine down below. Corner between the prisoners drop and a band of angry soldiers. The Oathbreaker warrior holds a disfavored officer at knife point. Skewer him. Don't worry for me. Grim and Ash will protect the disfavored officer. Witnesses blood seeping from the seams of his brace and cuirass. You heard the man. His plan invited you to use a little blade of yours. What are you waiting for? Permission from your pimp. This blade with Jacob's life slides will come to Justice Master's hair. If you're so eager to see your ally dead, step closer. Release the prisoner, you might know the inside of the cell. Conquest. I am Wolfie Bane. My name should be known to you. And it should be an honourable one. Please give me the knife. Gain average favour. Corals gain minor wrath. Okay. Lower your weapon and charge forward and wrest the knife from him. Disfavored minor favour. Minor favour. Okay. We will have to help Drastus disfavored minor favour. Got minor wrath. Attack. You heard Drastus. Let him die. I think I'm gonna just beast mode it. Because I get favour with both if I do this. Call Corrosive gain favour with disfavored and athletics. The Oathbreaker cracks a wide smile as you lower your weapon. That's right, now the rest of you drop those weapons. With his attention of the other warriors, you dash forward, he reaches out his dagger to slay Drastus, but your hand is already on his wrist. Reggie twist, you mangle his hand, dropping the dagger arms to the ground. Bring it, bitch! I'm fucking huge, apparently. Tyrell. Barry manages to drink rather being hacked, impaled from swords and spears. Guys betrayed, the Oathbreaker fought the rage of Khan himself. Just slides the trembling hand along the cut in his neck. Thank you, Fatebinder. I thought today was my last. Look of it. I guess they thought if they swarmed the pass, maybe one might make it out. We found a few scraps of parchment on the bodies. Hold on to a little crumpled parchment for your inspection of student letters. You yourself should be able to make sense of this. Time for this. Examine the part. I'm not gonna piss him off. I just saved the guy. I'm working to try and get everybody to like me. I'm the nice baddie. With the same measure, different written scripts, the parchment explains Vandran casts desire to overthrow Chaos. The Archons wrap their armies from the tiers. Page aren't addressed to a specific reader, but rather openly invites all of the main loyal to the younger realms together and bend as well. Crypt material. They were trying to bring more traitors to the fight. Well, from the look of it, we kept them from slipping out of the valley. Whatever they hoped to accomplish, I think their plan died here. The Archons are expecting you. When you should already leave the gate to the southeast, follow your trails. So for a few hours, you'll see the campfire, so you can't miss it. Cool. One of those bros in fox. Run great sword, sweet. Does not have enough lore. Where the hell is it?
Yes.
Grace peace be with you. Wonderful if I'll ever see you home. So it's your approach. We are honoured by your presence. Need something? How long have you been with this favoured? 7 years, pause the count of the fingers. 2 seasons, made up a handful of days. Fort resolution to full conquest of commanders you find around the camp station and hibernation one of the young bloods. Carry on. I've seen of anything interest. Would set himself on fire, occupational hazard. That was an unpleasant day for us, to be honest. Carry on. Have a pleasant siege, Fatebinder. Where the hell is my inventory? Ah, there we go. That's a javelin, don't need that. Just more armor, more defense against crush and corrode. Is that just better than mine? Yes, it is. Okay. Might as well equip that. Got that, 'cause it's better. She doesn't have a helmet, does she? Okay, what do those do? Disengagement defense. Overs. Can I equip this? This gives less recovery, deflection, and disengagement. This is just better than... She doesn't have a helmet, so... Let's give her one. And I don't know what this does. Okay, so this gives... What does reflection do? Dodge, endurance, will, courage, deflection. That's what this says. Yeah, deflection and disengagement. Okay, deflection. Crit to hit, 20%. Crit to hit to graze, graze to miss. When a character is attacked, their deflection determines the percentage chance of attack results in a downgrade. Okay, so this basically is just... I think that this gear is better. Because of that. Who the hell are you, anyway? Prisoner's name is Tick. His name is Tickademos. That's the looks sight of his Goldfinger. I don't think it's complicated matter. He dies. Remember, we've been driving force and running guard, killing, demoralize him. We've given him a chance to find absolution, service of the Scarlet Chorus, and make a punch finger in the spirit Officer. Do you know full well has always been our way, a chance to slave or soldier, or even feed him to the pigs. We'd let you take prisoners, but you can't control them. You send these conscripts out of control, and they never return to fighting all over again. I can't let this nonsense strategy continue. My sister here is bravely taking the voice to the rat, leaving this lives at an impasse, forced to be their faith by the Selva's metaphor. Does you expect Spellcrusher face for what? What gives? Last I was here, the favourite showed a little more mercy to the enemy. Commander left alongside, he touched the wood to his neck. Those filthy hill people spat on the surrender. We were fools to ever treat them as anything more than violent children. And this was God as a protracted fight. Let's not continue to mistake its strategy. This particular one, I'm going to go in favour of this guy, because... A slowdown. Tearsman can't be trusted for thieves, whores, nothing more. Ultimates for the first time, not only by war. Have this one tied, repeat his friends watching over to the sun. Keep you here any longer, Faithbinder. You will report a business in Valley. Salute you. I got rapid as a breastplate for the glory of Kairos. Hello. Who are you? One of our tourist court visits our humble service. Need supplies, burst with energy budget, slabs of powder out of the top crate. You come to the right place. Let's see what you have. I don't care if she's got a proper one. It's way worse than mine. Sort of one-handed. That's my old bronze sword. That's a hammer's one-handed. Bronze sword. It's a single-hander. Camping supplies. Armor. No. I think I'll be good. We sing the anthem of pain. Anyway, let's head up. Who are you? You want to jump with a fire? No, fuck you! I'm a fate binder. I can have you killed. Use the armor stack with neat precision. This trust will cut every spear holding not ready for battle. Horde. Battles can take another month of siege. Too fucking true. The armor's between levels around the cut every blade shows you also his armor's needs repair. It's just showing the difference between the two factions, really, isn't it? Follow me. I guess. I don't know where we're going. I'm lost. Okay. Oh. I can't figure out how to get away. Ah, here we go. This looks promising. Is this the next screen? Yeah, it is. His favorite camp. 40 minutes. Cool. Okay, I've got a little bit longer to go. Before I need to head off. I have a sleeping cat on my lap now. This is a fantastic game so far. I'm really enjoying it. As you can probably tell by the fact I'm actually getting into it. Take what you can carry, but leave the cart, otherwise it sees you and your wares. This is robbery. Just right. I'll fake bind this favour nods your approach. Camps up ahead, don't mind us clearing out the rabble. This favourite line, warriors are about to kill you. You should be more thankful they're enlisting teams. Still don't understand what I've done to offend. I respect is now the favourite lines. I'm happy to give Legion a proper toll, but she's got a rag on about trading rights. You know what it says is that I'm allowed to trade one thing for another, and I'm selling weapons to angry peasants or anything. I'll trade for profits, you're good for forfeit. To us, not our problem. You'd be put to Bastard City, plead a case for Turion. Let your bird relieve you of your wares first. You take a long trek back to the bearable. You best not making very strong arguments to why I should help you. My concern, carry on. Gain favour with the You're right, we'll take care of this bullshit. He's like, I'm fine with this. Keep going. Keep as you are, men. At a moment, you know, both you get to watch the outcome bicker over tactics they prepare for magpies. Actually, something first. What's that? Told me you come as media considering the source. Well, I can't help but feel I'm only hearing half the story, so let's have it. What's so special about you? You're related from edict. Requirements not met. I'm dumb. Average fear. What else have they told you? Although I could find you in Indian ruins, truthfully, I could have picked you out of a crowd. You're the one of us who hasn't spent the last few months bathing in the stink of Mateo River. I'd say that's fair to be suspicious. They deliver an edict. That makes a crazy kind of sense, because how long the siege just taxed the armies. You can understand why Karas said you an edict to speed things along. Have you read it? See what it says. Archons must claim a version to hold by Karas, they are the sword, or all will perish. One more thing the Archons to fight over. Well, thanks for cluing me in. If Karas sends lightning our way, just tell me when to duck. I really ought to be meeting with the Archons. Then just past the center of the camp. One last thing, be careful with these disfavored types. They take their work seriously, but suffer too many blows to the head.
On it.
Well look, at you, our gatecrasher from the court is still in one piece. Transit plus says, welcome to disfavored camp. Always happy to have our all in ally pay us a visit. At he does, the warrior nods in approval and tries to the gate signal arrival. Well, be well, fate binder. Glory to Kairos. I'm just a nice guy. That's what I'm playing it as at the moment. I'm trying to be the nice guy. Oh, you saluting me? What do you want? Hail to you, guardian of the law. Merchant Fire greets you with a smile. The excess rings weighing you down. Best undirty yourself before battle. I can't do any of it. I have none of the. Let me see your words. Let's see if we find something. Stout, I can buy beer from this guy. Mead! I think we're good, to be honest. Who are you, big guy? Oh, is he just a guard? I'm just really stare. Yeah, it is all my fault, probably. Because the air, the blade, thin air bricks now between the hammer repair weapons and scrap isn't exactly why I got it. Scrap supply instead. Why not force bronze? Bronze will do us in a pinch, but don't get me wrong. You can take a beating and get back by into shape, unlike this stubborn iron we have here. You guys is a pile of work with dread. Always with plenty of tin and copper around, so supplies aren't the problem. It's a rare smith can make bronze consistently. It's more often than not it comes out soft. Look around the camp. We're garbaging the leading head to toe in iron because it's cheaper and easier to produce on masses. Couldn't do that with bronze. Cultures favoured the Iron Legion for a reason, strategy and skill. They'd be a backbone, but our claws are made of iron, the good stuff that comes from the smiths and vendors crossing. And then it's an iron ship, I'm afraid. So, last shipment sent down a man who went missing near Echo Crossing. I'm afraid there won't be any more valleys. Why is the first time I'm hearing about this? Keep your voice down. Given Ash wouldn't want you to cause panic and pass your information to the vending guard. Best case scenario, the iron tumbled off a boat and rusted in the riverbed. Worst case is ended in hands. If I myself, I'll keep an eye out. I appreciate that, as does the great general more than you might guess. Maybe he isn't quick to offer his thanks to outsiders, but I know he'll be grateful for your help. Doing war effort I recovered. Trust me to handle this. The other Tyranny wouldn't be dispatching you without good reason. Quarters is up for gambling where stakes are high. Glasses are crept aside and points to suppose that not in the wood. You see that's how we tell apart our iron shipments from the rest. Inconspicuous so people don't go snooping around. You want to keep your eyes out for these. Good hunting. What is your words? I'm assuming. Yeah, he's got iron gear. This stuff is going to be better than mine, I'm assuming. Yes, by the look of it. Oh, this is actually disfavored armor. What are those? Bronze rings. Stone shield. Crushing fire armor. Piercing frost armor. Oh, wait a minute. I just realised this is probably... That means my other armor is actually probably better. Let's save here. Where's inventory again? There it is. Armor. This is so cool. Crush or corrode armor and deflection. They look better. So. Clap that guy in heavy. Oh, yeah, it's the sec. Shell's back. Okay, so. Glory to the Wizard of Rat predicts his salutations are all dear. Green Blood Chanter wraps his staff against the ground. But will be brave, I presume. Energy of the Scarlet Chorus. We'll see you in page 3. What can you tell me of this? Tell me about the voices. Okay. I don't really care. Who are you? Do for you. Is this something you like? Oh, it's just that guy again. Assuming I have to go this way. You look important. You see, this is Marcus, the first sort of reports on the helmet opals golf. We've been assigned to babies. Assigned to your hospitality. You may on disfavored ground. Need a place to rest. We can make it. Babysitters! Okay, that's what they are. Are there any combat games to be had in camp? Training Gland. Crash is better suited to the Scarlet Coral camp. If you don't like the smell, I'm looking for a fight for one of those brackets. How are your facilities in battle doing? Every battle is a reminder of Legion's superiority outbreak. But nothing to beat our northern values and Green Ashes love. If you want to enjoy that feeling, you time of day cross-eyed. Speaking of time of day to cross-eyed. Of course. Okay, so this guy basically is a trainer. I'll train some parry as well.
Fate Finder.
There's pauses not in your direction.
What do you need?
You a spy!
Yeah, if you insist. I'm a Scarlet Fury. That should raise some flags for you. It means that I'm good at killing, and more important,
I love his hat.
that I enjoy it. What I won't enjoy are the pleasures of funerary rites packed with weeping mourners. Someday I'll fall in battle, and then they'll roll me into a mass grave or heap me atop a shit-stained wagon. One more anonymous, knife-riddled piece of meat. Until then, I plan to take whatever I can from life and have a little fun along the way.
How did you get conscripted? I think you didn't take these on the mage, shut that camera listers and toss it. I like her. She actually went and joined up. That's fair. If it isn't the Fate Binder. That's like 7. Commands more honor than any military force in Tyranny, unlike the cores of nutrition discipline. Teamwork and even purpose looks across the camp. There aren't many of us, but it's better that way. A tight-knit family band together, trusting glory. No, she can shoot trade. Okay, she does dodge athletics and one-handed. Okay. No, I don't really care about one-handed, so. Oh, is this the? That's the tent I need to go in. I'll kind of wait to see you inside, Fate Finder. Okay, I'll do this, and then I'll have to call it for the stream. We have done all. This game apparently eats time. But yeah, I've got to be off for 7, which is why today's stream was set up earlier. You are a cool looking. Oh, so these are the two archives.
Reports of avalanches in the mountains now. The Tearsmen can barely count past 9. They have neither the capacity nor the cause to close off the mountain passes. Either way, that leaves the 2nd and 4th cohorts trapped outside the valley.
Which is was a large and imposing man to begin with. This profile is made larger, still builds up to almost
Or it's the work of your perfidious Earthshakers. Only a fool would not suspect a traitorous Archon of poisoning the mind of his students with sedition. We would have killed the Earthshakers Guild for their master's treachery, but I'm sure you have some perfectly valid reason for allowing them to live as your pawns.
Has the scepter between hands as he speaks, twirling the rod of hypnotic circles. Was your head? Well, hello there, Fate Binder. We'll be with you in just a moment. I like this guy. As the seems the Archon's ragged robe, most will wear his neck ought to be his master's.
Hey, watch yourself. When these two get going, you don't want to get between them.
I'll clear my throat.
I always know you've run out of things to say when you resort to mocking my vassals. If we are to speak of treachery, why is it that my scouts see the Scarlet Chorus warriors defecting back to the Vendrian Guard? Your fearsome reputation has gone flat, for it seems you cannot control your soldiers, or perhaps you simply choose not to.
Hello, the Fate Binder has arrived. His favorite commander raises his voice, trying a little to speak of the Archons. Perhaps you should discuss this, let us guess. Table this discussion.
Speaking of strategic failures, who was it that insisted the valley would need only a token garrison? For some strange reason, we can't seem to recall which balding halfwit grossly underestimated the enemy. Thoughts?
Coffin, we have your attention. Interesting! Cough
And
water.
I thought you had left agents within these Tearsmen when they surrendered. Either you failed to see this coming, or you knew and let it happen. Incompetent or in cahoots, either way, this mess has your filthy
Or
stink
resting
all
his
over.
weights as warm oil blueness that cracks our arm.
We look forward to seeing you explain to Tunon why the Archon of War could not close the vice on this trivial little insurgency. When we are crowned the ruler of the Tears, we shall have this place renamed to Ashes Falling. In
Catch it descends back down. Good, good. Now pay attention, you might miss something. I like this guy. There's no rat. I'm gonna remain silent for a second.
If I could trust the information I get from you and your conscripted mouth breathers, perhaps I'd order my cohorts around a bit more aggressively. But last time I trusted your all-clear report, my troops failed to come home.
Oh, Ash, old boy. You're going to have a little sob every time one of your nieces or nephews dies to the Tearsmen. Perhaps we should have Siren sing you some calming lullabies to help you cope with your grief.
Take care that you don't learn too much Fate Binder. Excessive knowledge and curiosity even can earn unwanted attention. Hold your tongue. Whenever you disgenerate the odds of our fallen brethren, the commander's hand moves to the hilt of her blade, though the weapon stays sheathed. Dude, us all a favour of cracked with that excuse for a head. They bicker like children, do they not? The fifth I granting tenor pierces the tension of the tendril lies upon the crimson spear. I meant only to say welcome to our guest, the Fate Binder, arbitrator powers, and rushing in on the kids and phrases to a salute, and not a moment too soon.
Did I give you permission to speak?
Glare.
Ah, the Stormcaller. Conveniently late once more. Our eyes and ears tell us you come bearing an edict. The anticipation is killing us.
Wow, I just gained a shit ton, apparently.
My soldiers tell me you helped Commander Drotus on your way through Edric. You honor the court with your selfless cooperation, for that is the sort of camaraderie that Kairos demands of us all.
But on the last words, I could walk glare the voice of the rat for his brow. Given I gain average favour. Cool. Okay, no thanks. Come bear the Edict of Kairos. I come here bearing an edict.
It seemed only yesterday you were proving your worth in battle, assisting my warriors in the siege of the bastard city. Now Kairos has chosen you for a second time to proclaim an edict. Tell us, good Fatefinder, what sort of punishment does the Overlord have in store for the Oathbreakers?
Okay, so if I do that one, nothing particularly happens. It seems you need some encouragement to work together. Carries the edict will the lives of everyone in this valley unless the decision will complete agreement as minor favour, gain minor wrath. It's only your encourages disarray, the edict will just execute every living thing in the valley unless essential is taken. Carries the soul going out, gain minor wrath. Every favour first, gain minor loyalty. I think I'll do the one that doesn't get everyone pissed at me. Earth sways each word you utter, the air thickens with warmth as you pronounce the tersely phrased commandment, every syllable drafted by the hand of Kairos. When the edict proclaimed, force quickens the muscles of your legs, ward through a long trip down the mountains, through a new tide lives now leaving for the vigour. Wow, holy fuck! I just unleashed the dark.
The Overlord means to compel us into action. No doubt the avalanches and the mountains are part of this ultimatum. We must conquer the Oathbreakers or die in failure. There is no room for error, and no other way out of this valley alive. We'll need to advance across the Mittani. We lose everything if we stand still. And we move to back up Plan Green. The Earthshakers didn't make it over the mountain in time. So we do this the hard way. Over the walls instead of through.
So, you found your backbone at last! Oh, we were worried past humiliations would make you soft, timid. That was a record for you, right? A baker's dozen lost in one sortie. If you had waited for the chorus reinforcements, maybe we'd have eyes and ears on the matter.
Watch him squirm so many tears of a replaceable expendable use of soldiers. I miss the old Ark could avoid. You'd never see blood echo in the blood-brain mass of the few dead killers. He'd use his knucklebones as his best disciples for jewelry. And even made a breastplate out of the dead brother's ribcage because that's how a real man deals with grief. Fuck yeah. Pick all your words, we're wasted by the time. Only too daft was the decision between us. In favour, learn to work together, we're all doomed, gain. We are wasting.
The Fatefinder is right. We're acting not as leaders, but as children. I've no time for your foolish jinx and petty talks. We should focus on the objective at hand, and that is taking the Mittani River, and then advancing to Ascension Hall and ending this edict.
Enough talking, work to be done. Sure as you are done at today, Cloud. Horror to martial haste. Talking, there's work to be done. I know, but Barrack, a band of drilled and echo call. So fine, crescent runners with the split. You sure the chorus is ready to march with his favourite?
Our soldiers clamour for battle, and at last we shall have it. Thus, we command you to continue guarding the Fatebinder. Tunon's chosen is our honoured guest, and must be shown our finest hospitality.
Face bombing!
I won't let you down, boss. He'll get through the campaign in one piece. As long as he doesn't do anything too stupid.
And last time, suit yourself right by the boy with Nora. Okay.
Fine. The fool and his puppet now I can hear myself think. Rarely do I question Kairos' judgment, but I will never understand why the voices of Narat is given such authority. I shudder to think what will become of us all should Tunon favor him in the end. Though the edict threatens the Scarlet Chorus just as it threatens us, I cannot shake the feeling that our allies will work against us. You've shown your worth in war, and your name has been known to the Legion since the very beginning of this long conquest. So I'd ask that you join us this one last time, to help us wrap up this last objective. If you wish to be counted amongst the glorious, speak with the Iron Marshal. She will direct the order of battle until we are ready for the final push into the Citadel.
I'm sure a few scouts, sure a few soldiers, sure a few everything. I'm sure I'm really, really grateful. I'm gaining some favour for the disabled. It'd be an honour to help out. Pause clearly throughout the loath to mention that cores like use your assistance. They set you up secure out of that. Oh, fifth eye or somewhere rat's nest. That guy's armour is badass. And good. Okay, save game. And I'm afraid that is the end of the stream. Hope you guys have a fantastic time. I am now late for my D&D game. Hope you have a fantastic evening and a fantastic weekend. See you guys around. I'll be playing this again next week on Thursday, and I'll be playing something again on Monday. Have fun, guys. See you around.